My tribe is known for making these ducks out of reed, and so really what they would do is they'd like model the duck, and then they kind of like send out one essentially to like make sure the water's safe, and then once the other ducks see that that one is there and okay, then they will come in and actually like join the other duck in a group. And so it was an easy way for them to kind of capture ducks and like trick them into coming into areas that like they could then hunt them in.
So this is like the Bespoke SRAM Scholarship. You're the decoy duck.
It's true.
Bespoke is going to capture loads of other Native American ducks.
I hope so. I'll be the decoy duck. I'm Chris Schmidt. Here in Colorado Springs, Colorado, making custom bikes and accessories for people who like things a little outside of production norms.
During all of the history of the settling of North America, a lot of tribes were grouped together and put on one single piece of land that they were bequeathed by the government at that time. The reservation itself is kind of hard to get off of because there's just not a lot of opportunity. I'm Paiute Shoshone and Zuni, and Paiute Shoshone land is in the Great Basin of Nevada, and it's just kind of like a piece of kind of unusable land really, as far as like modern economics would go. Then you're also kind of always like an outsider as well, because you live on the reservation or your family lives on the reservation. My Zuni family, for instance, down in Albuquerque, well in Zuni, they all still have dirt floors, and so that's like a really big culture shock to a lot of people when you go into their like traditional adobe houses and they still have dirt floors but like a big screen TV on the wall too. So it's kind of, yeah, always just trying to fit into somebody else's culture is what it seems like.
I had kind of a weird youth. You might have actually seen a documentary about it, the program on Netflix. I got sent away to this school for bad kids. I didn't get to say like bye to my parents or anything. It was just like woken up in the middle of the night and like taken downstairs and like thrown in the back of a car, and then didn't see my parents for a year. Tough love schools, as they call them, where you're supposed to like rehab the kid or whatever by just being like on a super strict schedule. Like we weren't even allowed to have condiments with our food. We had to like earn ketchup and stuff. And then once I left, when I turned 18, I worked in the oil field before starting college, but it was just like my parents and family and stuff, not very supportive of that. I think that happens a lot with Native Americans in America, where it's just like silent assimilation. But then when I graduated undergrad, that summer I went to Yamaguchi Framebuilding School. You ever seen pictures of his shop or anything? It's literally like this size. It might be even smaller than this shop. Still does a lot by hand. And just like, I don't know, he kind of like opened my eyes like, oh, I can like build frames professionally without having all these milling machines and a lathe and like a full machine shop. He's pumping out some of the best bikes in the world. He's still hand filing a lot of stuff. And that was like super cool to me. I don't know, did more for me than my college degrees. SRAM and Bespoke have such a large platform and people that, you know, really listen to them. It's easy for SRAM to kind of like go set up at an event anywhere with their event team and, you know, have a presence, but to support other people's presence at a show, I think is really cool and just, you know, forward thinking in the sense of like, I think it's a really cool kind of model of doing it.
Like Resuro was kind of a big inspiration for this bike just because they're just doing it, you know? They're like, we love riding enduro bikes and we have all this land that we can steward in a way that supports the land itself and like the tribe, so I just thought that was really cool.
Resuro, they inspired me to maybe promote myself as an Indigenous American a little bit more after meeting them. Just the visibility of Native Americans in cycling. It's important to kind of support each other in even claiming and owning that identity. They're doing incredible things with that race and just super inspirational, like I said, to me. They kind of helped me find my voice as an Indigenous American in the industry. And so, yeah, I don't know. I just feel like there's a lot to give back in that sense of like just doing the thing and owning it. And it's kind of like okay to be who you are.